Well, Vic, Sacred Heart, Minneapolis here with the chance for a third place finish in the Sacred Heart tournament, and they will get the host team.
Yeah, the ladies played well the other night to earn the trip for the third place game. I'm going to take a break here and go get a hug from my daughter. Hey, Mallory. Getting set for the starting lineups here.
Well, what do you think some of the keys would be to a third place finish here, Vic?
Minneapolis going to have to play good defense. They're going to have to shut down Steph Whitman Jr. from Sacred Heart. She's got a good all-around game. But if the Lady Lions play the good defense that they've been playing and are patient on their offense, I think we've got a good chance.
I think we limit our turnovers and keep Steph Whitman to under 15 points. We'll have a shot. Keep her out of the paint. She likes to go to the line and shoot free throws too. So I think we match up well with them.
One player.
For the Knights, a 6-foot sophomore, number 13, Shannon Bashard. For the Lions, a 5'4" senior, number 15, Alyssa George.
Minneapolis will start their normal 5 they've started all year long so far. Alyssa George, Lindsay Perry, Stephanie Alderson, Megan Livengood, and Mallory Goeth.
For the Knights, a 5'11" junior, number 23, Steph Whitman. For the Lions, a 5'10" senior.
Well, Whitman's a scorer. She always has been, and we can keep her out of the paint. She's got a nice mid-range shot. I think we can make her shoot long shots.
Micah Wright.
I think that's what we want to do.
In this group of girls, they've been, since they were 5th graders, Mallory's been playing against Steph Whitman, and it's been Steph Whitman's been a good ball player. Doesn't matter, volleyball, basketball, ever since then. And it's been a long rivalry for Mallory with Steph.
Well, this will be fun. Saturday afternoon game. Lady Lions playing for third place, 2-1 record so far in this young season. Could easily have been 3-0. Ahead 6 with 2 minutes to go against Rossville and let them back in it. Lady Lions playing pretty good defense. Low-scoring game, all the better for them. They have a better chance to win those than a high-scoring game.
And like you alluded to, Mike, 2 minutes, a couple minutes, and was a swing in that game against Rossville. Minneapolis 2 minutes away from being 3-0. And a chance to be playing it tonight for the championship. Minneapolis is going to be in the home whites.
Sacred Heart with the tip. Minneapolis in their 2-3 zone. Sacred Heart with the motion offense, looking for a cutter. And they're patient. Ball inside. Nice little 8-footer by Sacred Heart.
Nice outlet pass by Lindsay Perry down to Alyssa George, and she's fouled as she goes in for the layup. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I wish they'd just go ahead and take it to the basket and get that easy shot. A little slow to the basket. We draw the foul, but that layup's a little bit easier sometimes than free throws. one of the biggest Minneapolis fans here behind us, and he may take the mic here later on. You never know. And Alyssa George with both of them.
Second free throw up and good. Score tied 2-2. Lady Lions drop back in their 2-1-2, 2-3 zone.
Good job of shutting down. And we intercept. Good quick hands in there by Lady Lions defense, and we're setting up our offense. We throw it away.
Minneapolis gets a backcourt violation. Steph looks like she wants to make the pass to Megan. Pulls it back, turns around to throw it, and Megan had already took off towards the basket.
I think that boys game played a little better today, didn't they, Scott?
I think they did a fine job. I think they did.
A little better pressure defense tonight?
Yeah.
Or today?
Executed real well.
Thought the boys looked more like Minneapolis team has in the past. There's a jump ball, possession arrow to Minneapolis.
Sacred Heart
and we get it back.
Sacred Heart puts the ball on the floor down low, and there's a tie-up. Minneapolis with the possession arrow. Sacred Heart putting a little pressure on. Lindsey Perry brings it across the timeline. Sacred Heart's in a man-to-man defense now.
Like you say, if Minneapolis is patient, there's a nice look. Mal, and she is fouled.
She's
good
going
offensive
back
board
up.
by Mal. She takes it back up. She is hammered. She'll shoot too.
Good hustle to the board to get to that rebound.
Alright, Goeth crashes the board there for an offensive rebound and put back, and she's shooting two, and we're making our free throws here.
First shot up and in for the Lady Lions. They take a 3-2 lead.
Second one's off, but Alyssa George tips it out, but Sacred Heart controls it.
We're going to get Megan Livengood with the block on that. She had good position until Bouchard moved to the paint. Instead of sliding her feet and going with her, she stopped and reached in.
Our guard needs to be a little quicker with the help defense so that won't happen. She's got happy feet. Mallory with a good board. Sacred Heart still in the man-to-man. Alyssa George is fouled. No call. Is also blocked, but they did catch the hand.
Sacred Heart with an 18-foot jumper. It's good. Sacred Heart takes a 4-3 lead. Lindsey Perry with the ball out front.
She's going to have to dribble.
She's got a 5-second call. We're standing there looking for a cutter, and instead of moving the ball with the dribble, we get the 5-second call.
An alarm clock on her so she can, about 4.5 seconds, start dribbling. Way to shut down Stephanie Whitman as she goes to the basket and make her take that 14-footer. She back rams it, and we get the rebound.
Lindsey picks off long rebound. Stephanie Alderson with the ball out at the point. Set the offense. That ball's called out of bounds off the Lady Lions, tipped by Lindsey before it goes out.
And coach is telling Steph that that back door is going to be open. They're overplaying so far that we'll be able to have that back door.
Yeah, and they need to take advantage of that.
Bank shot 14-footer.
Sacred Heart increases the lead to 6-3.
Somebody's
going to have to go to the ball.
Double dribble.
Got called for the double dribble. Lady Lions making a lot of movement out there, Mike, but they're not going to the ball when the dribble's picked up.
Now we need to stop here, and that's just what we needed.
And that ball's picked off by Brooke Pichel.
It's going to have to quit dribbling because she's 1 on 3, and there isn't any reason to press the envelope there. With Sacred Heart coming up from behind, tips the ball away. Another turnover for Lady Lions. There's good help defense by Minneapolis.
Lindsay steps in to get that tie up, but the possession arrow will stay with Sacred Heart.
Looks like the girls want this game pretty bad. They're playing like it.
Number 32, Jenna Fruits into the lineup for the Lions.
Jenna Fruits comes in for Stephanie Alderson. Steph Whitman from way outside.
Nice box out there to keep Steph from going down the lane. She'll crank it up from anywhere, so we'll have to be out on her. So will her. Minneapolis ball.
Yeah, the line's going to have to keep a body on Steph because it don't matter where she's at on the floor. She'll put it up. It looks like we're going to have 5 wholesale substitutions for Sacred Heart.
Now when he substitutes, it's 5 for 5 there.
And number 33, Ann Kelly.
Brooke was fouled as she went to the basket, and there
we got a tie-up.
ball.
There's a tie-up. Minneapolis with the possession arrow, so they'll inbound the ball under their basket.
Long pass on the inbounds. See if we can get a good look here. We'll take that.
Alyssa George gets the inbound, takes 1 step in, makes a nice 8-9 foot jumper. Brings the Lions within 1, 6-5.
Lions still in their 2-3 zone. Sacred Heart looking inside, but it's not there. Brooke shuts it down. Mallory intercepts the ball.
Lady Lions bringing it up the floor.
Lindsay gets the ball stolen from her. Alyssa George with a big rebound.
And we've got number 44. She grabbed her 40. She grabbed a hold of Alyssa's arm as she comes down with that rebound.
Foul is on number 40 for the Knights, Chandra Francis, her first.
Sacred Heart going to apply full court pressure again, Mike. Jenna Fruits bringing the ball up for the Lions. Lindsay takes it across the timeline. Out to Jenna on the wing, who makes a little penetration. She kicks it back out to Lindsay. We're going to set the offense.
Tip by Sacred Heart. Still in a man-to-man, and Alyssa George with a drive to the rack. Brooke Pichel with a
nice hustle by Brooke.
Lynn's ought to look at that shot right now, step up to that 3-point line and hammer that down right now. And we're going to reset. There's a cutter. Jenna Fruit spots up. Brick. Lands with a putback.
Mallory trailing. She's going to get called for the foul. Silly reach in there.
6-5 Sacred Heart here with 1:18 left in the first quarter. Steph comes in for Alyssa and Anna White in for Mallory.
Stephanie Alderson and number 24, Anna White.
Sacred Heart looking for a shot against this 2-3 zone. Over the back. Lenz brings it down.
Number 10 all over Lindsay's back, not called for it.
Anna White with a nice look inside. Minneapolis score it. Takes the lead 7-6.
Sacred Heart goes for the steal. We're under a minute, Mike, in the first period. Minneapolis with a 7-6 lead. Another steal there.
We don't.
Sacred Heart getting away with a lot of reach in, Mike.
How about the foul? I did shut my mic off that time, usually when I yell.
Lady Lions to inbound on the side. Brooke Pischel with the top with the ball. She kicks it over to Stephanie Alderson. Stephanie looking for a cutter to the middle. She backs it out. Over the wing to Anna White.
23 seconds left here in the first quarter. It'd be nice to get the last look here. And a bucket, there it is. Nice job.
Good look inside. Nice movement by Anna White down low. Good strong move to the basket. Minneapolis with a 9-6 lead, and we're at 10 seconds to go in the first period.
Anna White turns uncontested, and another bucket inside. Megan Livengood with a block. They'll shoot two.
Stepped in just a little bit too late, Mike. If she got there just a half second sooner, she would have had the position established. That's second foul on Megan.
First free throw is good by Sacred Heart. 2.3 seconds left. We need to box out here.
And that brings the end of the first quarter. Minneapolis with the lead, 9-8.
Minneapolis here at the end of the first quarter. A little bit of foul trouble. Megan Livengood with two already in this game, which is unusual. We haven't really been in foul trouble in any of the games so far this year. Pretty good quarter for Lady Lions. A couple good looks inside by Anna White there. And got to make those, and she did. She knocked both those down.
Ladies being patient with the offense, which is what they're going to run this year. They're going to run a slowed down, patient offense, make the pass, look for the open basket, and on the defensive end, we had several steals, boxing out well on the boards, getting good rebounds.
Back in the game for the Knights.
Sacred Heart brings in their starting five.
As does Minneapolis, with the exception of Megan Livengood. Anna White will be taking her place. Coach wanted to keep Megan out so she doesn't pick up a third foul early in the second quarter.
Good ball movement by Sacred Heart. Gets an easy bucket on the baseline, and they take a 10-9 lead.
Sacred Heart back to their man-to-man off defense.
There we had a
Somebody's got to go to the ball.
Backdoor was there, but she couldn't get the pass off. Staff looking for a cutter. There's Mao.
She's down low. She needs to use that glass.
You have a 70% chance of making the basket if they use the glass, and it's definitely a place where the backboard would have came in handy.
That's two on Mallory. Anna White with a chance for that rebound, just didn't go up strong enough for it. Mike, and let Sacred Heart take it away from her.
Yeah, she needs to be a little more aggressive right there, especially on that defensive glass. She had the position. She just needs to go ahead and grab that rebound with authority. Sacred Heart's first free throw is in, and they're up 11-9 here with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. All the teams that we've played against, the free throws, they've been able to knock them down. And that trend continues with Sacred Heart on the free throw line. I'd look for a back door here the way they overplay, or that'll work.
Lindsay makes a nice drive in the lane.
And that's what she likes to do. We got to keep her from going down the lane like that. She'll live free throw line. Got to keep Steph Whitman out of the paint. She'll sit there and make free throws all day long.
That's 5 team fouls on the Lady Lions early.
She's automatic.
Whitman makes both her free throws, gives Sacred Heart a 14-9 lead. Minneapolis across the timeline. Lindsay Perry at the point with the ball. They go for the double team. She kicks it out to the wing to Stephanie Alderson. Over to Brooke Pischel. Brooke Pischel has an open drive there.
We got to know when our players our cutters coming out for the pass, because we can't be turning the other way, and we get caught a lot of times facing the wrong direction, and then the pass is not there. We get caught with a 5-second call and no one to pass it to. So the girls need to recognize the more they play together, they'll realize they can't be pivoting and turning the opposite direction. Lynn's inbounds, clear out front to Steph, back to Lynn's. Three-pointers
up. Three.
Ooh. Much better shot by Lynn's that time. Mallory Hessel. She didn't even have the ball, and he called traveling.
I'll tell you what, Mike,
It's
we had problems
unbelievable.
with this official the other night. That guy, he has no idea what he's doing out there.
With no possession at all of the ball, he called traveling on Mallory, and
well, I'll tell you what, this guy out here, he just went out and bought one of them striped shirts, and they put him on the floor because he don't know anything about basketball.
With the long rebound, slows it down, and we'll set the offense. Alyssa George out front.
Alyssa with a nice drive. She dumps it off to Mallory inside.
We
We got one off the glass for two. 14-10 Sacred Heart as they bring the ball up the floor.
Help defense by Sacred Heart, and nice dump off to Mallory Goeth, and she banks it in, used the glass nicely that time. And there's a step in by Alyssa George on defense, and we've got the ball back.
Nice reaction.
Two-pointer, we'd be back in this game, or a three. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I think it was too, makeup call. He was 40 feet from the ball on the backside. He couldn't have seen what was going on. That was a makeup call on his part.
Minneapolis will inbounds the ball from right in front of the Sacred Heart bench.
Alyssa steps in
Nice
for that
shot.
nice little pull-up jumper, Mike, and there it is. Minneapolis right back in this ball game, 14-13 Sacred Heart as they cross the timeline.
She's dialed in, making that little 10-footer. She can score a lot of points. Limit our turnovers. Sacred Heart with an open look, rims off. Alyssa George
chases
claims
that one
rebound.
down. Lindsay Perry brings ball up for the Lady Lions. They trail 14-13 with 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Nice screen by Mal Lenz.
It's up just over. There's Brooke Pischel with a nice rebound. Comes off long, but she puts it back up and in for two. Minneapolis regains the lead, 15-14.
With a nice offensive board by Brooke. And just as her man fell down, Brooke angled herself, banks it right off the glass for an easy bucket. Whitman steps back. They've got a post person that's very active, and she hits that offensive board, and an easy putback for Sacred Heart.
Mallory had to back off of that, not wanting to pick up her third foul. Coach Darrow calls a 30-second timeout. We're going to talk this over with 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in the first half. Minneapolis trails 16-15.
30-second timeout called by Minneapolis.
I think that's Bouchard, isn't it? The sister of that good quarterback they had a few years back.
That is the Bouchard girl that is quite active inside. Post player with a offensive board and easy putback there. Has got a nice shot, release, little 6-footer.
6-foot sophomore.
6-foot sophomore. Playing well. Looks as if they'll have a pretty good team next year when they come to Minneapolis, when they join our league. The Whitman girl, I think, is a junior, and if the post player is just a sophomore, they could be pretty salty. Steph inbounds to Lenz. Sacred Heart still on the man-to-man. Terrible pass by Brooke.
She's going to hustle down. She's going to try and pick it off.
Good hustle by Brooke to save the easy layup. And Sacred Heart will throw the ball in under their own basket. They're going to throw it up. Easy bucket there as they throw it over the top.
Sacred Heart with an 18-15 lead. Minneapolis with the ball.
Motion offense by Minneapolis. Looking for the cutter. Terrible pass by Megan at the feet of Brooke, and she recovers back out front to Alyssa George. 4.5 seconds on Alyssa before she gets rid of it. 2:53 left here in the second quarter, and we're patient. Looking for a cutter. Sacred Heart draped all over Lindsay as she cuts through the lane. Brooke brings ball back out front and resets the offense. Pass to Stephanie Alderson. Lenz with a drive of the basket. She can't convert. Easy chip shot there by Lindsay Perry, and she cannot make it.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the half. Minneapolis trails 18-15.
Sacred Heart.
Spots up just inside the three-point line, Mike. Puts it in.
And we need to be patient here and get a good look, or Sacred Heart will run off and leave us here in this game. So it's crucial time of the game right here, especially if Minneapolis would get a bucket just like that. She was fouled big time. Megan will go to the line with a no. We'll play it in underneath.
Yeah, they're going to call it on the floor. She wasn't going up for the shot. Jenna Fruits is coming back in for the Lady Lions. Who's on the floor? Jenna will check in for Stephanie Alderson.
Jenna needs to get in the play here.
Minneapolis inbounds underneath their own goal.
Lenz with a look in the corner, but does not shoot. Let's get a good looking shot here. Over to the wing, Alyssa George. She drives and shoots her baseline, back rims. Megan with a good rebound. It's up and in.
She's
and
fouled
foul.
by Whitman.
And one.
They need to take the ball at Whitman more and get her up in the air. Get a couple fouls on her early so we can get her out of the ball game.
20-17, and Megan Livengood with a chance to put Minneapolis just down 2 here with a minute left in the first half.
Anna White waiting at the scores table to check in, Mike. She's going to be coming in for Megan Livengood.
Megan with a nice stroke on that free throw and count it. She's been a big plus this year with the offense and defensive rebounds, offensive putbacks, and at the line. She's shooting well from the free throw line.
We're at 1 minute to go in the first half. Sacred Heart with the lead, 20-18. Lions back on defense in a 2-3 zone. Whitman from outside. Nice
Brooke
rebound by Brooke
rebound.
Peschel. She turns into the tie-up, and that ball's going to go to Minneapolis on the
turns right
alternate
into
possession.
the defensive player. And they tie us up. Pass it lands over the top. Yeah, we had it for a second, and Jenna Fruits clears the timeline back out front to Anna White. Pass up to Lenz.
Coming up on 30 seconds to go. Minneapolis looks like they're playing for the last shot, down 20-18. Alyssa George drives in the middle, and she's fouled. She's got the push foul. She'll go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1.
Yeah, 15 again on the arm. And we shoot a 1-and-1. Chance to tie the game here with 25 seconds left in the first half. First one's up and good. 2019, Vic. Good half for the Lady Lions.
Playing good. They're patient on the offense, and the defense is playing well. Alyssa's second free throw's up, and it's in. Scores tied with 25.9 seconds. Sacred Heart inbounds, bringing the ball up the floor. The Lions drop back in their 2-3 zone.
She has hit on all of her free throws today and playing much better today. And there's overplay by Alyssa and a foul.
Which wasn't bad because Minneapolis has a foul to give in that situation, so they're not going to put Sacred Heart on the line with 13.8 seconds. They'll have to end ball and run their offense.
Alyssa's first foul. And Jenna out on Steph Whitman. They will look to her for this final shot.
Alyssa steps
George.
in. If she can keep going, oh, she gets called for the travel. Nice step in by Alyssa to pick that ball off in the paint. She takes off. She picks up her dribble, drags foot looking for the open cutter, and called for the traveling violation. Whitman puts one up at the horn as it goes over and doesn't even touch rim, and we're tied, Mike, right where we started the game.
Steph Whitman whining to the referee for a foul and a crossover dribble that we weren't even close to having a hand on her. Throws up an air ball at halftime, and Lady Lions go into the locker room tied 20-20 here at half with Sacred Heart. Good half for Lady Lions, and we get another one like this the second half. It'll make my day.
Well, like I said at the top of the game, Minneapolis, if they play the good, tough defense that they can play, and if they're patient on their offense, they'll play ball with these girls. And that's what they've done so far through the first half.
That'll limit their turnovers, and I don't think we've had an extremely large amount of them. We've had a few, but not too bad.
I think our takeaways have been far greater than the turnovers, which helps.
Gentlemen, I'm impressed. I would like to be able to blame the fact that I don't have hair and the fact that I've watched these girls play basketball for the last 2 years, filming them, commentating, because it's been rather shabby. But this is impressive. They've grown up. They're playing well together. They're responding to their coaching. They're shooting better. They're taking care of the ball better. They're hitting their cutters better, making their free throws. It's a heck of a lot better basketball team. Especially, I had to wonder in their first game, oh no, here we go again. But boy, they're really improving. I'm impressed.
And first couple of games I sat there and I looked and I'm like, why aren't we running? Well, we're not going to run this year. They sat down, they discussed this before the season started. They felt that this is the best way that they could attack the season. And like you said, they're playing as they're coached, and they're doing it well.
Well, our girls, we don't have the athletes that Sacred Heart has out there as far as ball handling, I don't think. We just aren't there like our boys. Our boys are more of a run and gun team. I don't think our girl athletes are set up for that. But they have learned in the last couple of years how to take care of the ball better, and their shooting is getting better, and that's all working together for them. And I'm impressed.
And with our girls, size has been an issue, for several years.
Yeah.
But they're listening to the coach. They're playing the type of defense that they need to play, and they're taking the size basically out of the game. Sure. Size is not a factor the way these girls are playing their defense. And as patient as they are on the offensive end of the floor, that also helps take the size out of the game.
Well played first half by the Lady Lions. They go in the locker room tied 20-20, and we'll be back with the second half here in just a few minutes.
There we go, guys.
Well, Mike, Minneapolis is going to start the second half the same way they started the first half.
That's all right. We're not used to knives.
One thing about it, these girls are playing better than fathers were at this age.
Sacred Heart, I have the inbound start the half. And here we go.
Possession arrow to Sacred Heart, and Minneapolis back in their 2-3. Mallory with a leaping interception as Sacred Heart tries to skip pass, and Mallory goes right there. And we turn into the defense again, and that's an easy jump ball.
Possession arrow stays with the Lions, though. They'll inbound underneath their basket.
Megan playing with 2 fouls. Lindsay's pass out front.
Alyssa George with a nice 10-footer, 12-footer that's in for the Lions. They take the lead 22-20. Mallory got caught playing on the backside there. Lucky she didn't catch her third foul. Stephanie kicks it out to Lindsay to the
Now,
wing.
Mallory's got the defense blocked off right there. And that's a foul. Definitely a foul. And that was definitely a foul on Alyssa George, but they call a travel on Sacred Heart.
Well, that's that official on the other side, though, that has no idea what he's doing, though, Mike.
Walking dribble by Lynn sets the offense for the Lady Lions. Alyssa George on the wing, looking for a cutter. Back out front to Mal. Sacred Heart overplaying on Lindsay again, and we might as well just go ahead and do the back door because they're going to continue to overplay. She's still overplaying.
And I think it's going to be open. Look in. Make the good sharp pass and then look in. There's Alyssa
looking
cutting
for a cutter, and she walked.
She stuck that extra step in there and got called for the walk.
22-22 here with 6:25 left in the third quarter. Sacred Heart with the ball, looking for a shot against Lady Lions 2-3, and they airball it. And we can't corral the rebound. Tipped by Megan, picked up by Lenz, but
And they're going to get Mallory for a foul there with her hands straight up in the air.
I guess they thought she looked guilty.
Well, that gives Mallory her third foul. We're early in the second half. Sacred Heart at the line shooting 2, and she puts her first one up and in. Brooke Bishop will come in and take Mallory.
Brooke lets the Sacred Heart girl walk by her for the rebound.
Blocking out so important.
And then they get Megan for a foul.
It's 3 on Megan.
That's her third. Sacred Heart girl throws up a brick. So we need to be able to box out here and get this rebound. Megan rips that one down, though.
Lions cross the timeline. They're trailing 23-22. Lindsay kicks it to the outside to Alyssa George.
Alyssa cannot
Somebody's going to have to
dribble,
go to the
she's
ball.
tipped it. She had a muff. She could not dribble. And no help.
Ladies need to recognize that when she's picked up her dribble, that they have to go to the ball.
Possession arrow to Sacred Heart. The entry pass at the Sacred Heart girls' ankles cannot be handled, and it's a jump. And they try throwing it over the top. Lenz gets a hand on it. Steph Whitman with a long three-pointer. Out of bounds to Lady Lions.
Alyssa George with a nice shield there to allow that ball to go out of bounds.
And here comes some full court pressure. Lynn's able to handle it.
I don't understand how that is not a foul. She's running into her, trying to get the steal, and that official just letting them get away with it.
Nice runner by Alyssa George. Brooke Bischel with the tie-up as Sacred Heart turns into the defense, and we're there to grab a hold of it for a jump. Down one here with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Minneapolis inbounds under their own bucket.
Terrible pass by Alyssa George. They've got her across
That's
the
all
arm.
over the arm, and oh, come on.
Another terrible call. Draped across her arm. And they will not call the foul.
That was pathetic.
One there.
And that's the same referee, opposite side, makes a call clear across court.
Alyssa with the ball on the baseline. She takes her step inside, gets it to Megan.
Terrible pass. Megan with two people on her, and we're trying to bounce past the ball into her. Cannot handle the pass. Alyssa there with a nice little 10-footer should just go up and take that shot while she's there, I think. It's a good shot for her. It's her normal shot. Minneapolis shutting down the lane on Steph Whitman, making somebody else take that shot, and Alyssa George with the rebound. Outlet back to Steph Alderson, and Lenz brings it across timeline. And Steph sets the offense. Terrible pass by Stephanie Alderson. We tried a backdoor into traffic. Bad pass by Sacred Heart, and we pick up the loose ball.
We're just trading turnovers right now, Mike. Minneapolis needs to settle down, take care of the ball on the offensive end of the floor, make the good pass.
Alyssa George looking for a cutter. There we go.
The old give and go, it looked like.
Pick and roll, and Mallory rolls to the basket with a nice pass from Alyssa George, and we take the lead 24-23. And they try to force the ball inside, and we tip it back out. Steph Whitman with a long three-pointer, and it's off. Mallory's fighting for the rebound, and she claims this one. Sacred Heart not able to put that back up and in, and it's 2 and out anyway.
Sacred Heart playing good pressure man-to-man here.
Alyssa George with a nice drive to the basket.
And we get a jump ball out of an over the back.
Sacred Heart over the back.
Man, I'll tell you what,
Mallory
this is
goes,
the
and they
most
call a jump.
pathetically called game.
Both girls went up with it. When it came down, they were over the back, but they call a jump. There's a nice entry pass. And Steph with a good look for a three. Doesn't go. And I can
Bishop
see that
hustling
one
down
coming.
floor.
Steph Whitman really good at drawing the foul, and that's exactly what she wanted to happen. Just glad she wasn't shooting. It stops the fast break of Sacred Heart. Jenna Fruits in for Stephanie Alderson. Steph with a good look at a three back there, Vic. I was kind of hoping it would go, and Steph Whitman cannot connect. Lindsay tips the ball out, and she gets another shot at it. You don't want to give her too many tries at it.
She'll sit there and shoot them all day long.
Lynn's pass over to Anna, looking for a cutter. She sees Mal, and she needs to take that shot. It's a nice little 10-footer. Tried to dump it inside to Megan, or to Anna, and she was not looking for the pass.
She made that dribble penetration move, Mike, and the whole offense knew that she was going up to make the shot, so they weren't looking for a pass.
But it was tipped by Sacred Heart, so the ball will be Lady Lions underneath their own basket.
(26-24), Sacred Heart with the lead.
Has done a lot of scoring here in the third quarter. Sacred Heart, Steph Whitman did get a three ball to drop, or they would still be behind. 26-24, Sacred Heart with the lead, and Minneapolis will inbounds the ball under their own basket here.
Just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lindsay will pull the trigger, keying it inbounds. Minneapolis making their cuts. Alyssa
That
good.
could have easily been a double dribble by Alyssa, and Sacred Heart girl had her across the arm. She was fouled, and so was Mallory.
Had her pushed down just a little bit too tight to the baseline. She's trying to use the glass and couldn't get it to come down, drop for him. But she'll go to the line and shoot two.
Slapped in the face. Mal with a chance here to tie it. First one's up and good.
Nothing but net. Second one to come. Sacred Heart going to make a substitution, number 21 with 3 fouls.
At least.
3 that they've called.
Now second one's up and in. That ties the score at 26.
Lady Lions set back in that 2-3 zone.
Nice tip away by Mal. Quick feet and quick hands to keep the ball from going in low. Anna needs to watch that backside because it's coming. Yep. Not this time, and we're right out on Steph Whitman.
They need to stay right out on her too, because she'll step back in there. And Jenna Fruits with a good hand to get in there and tip that ball away, but it goes out of bounds and it'll stay with the Knights. They'll play it in from the side.
Nice overplay by Jenna, and almost had it. Good ball movement by Sacred Heart, and they find the open shot. Lenz clears the timeline, entry pass to Mallory. And that's usually a jump ball, but not today.
No, the jump balls are
when
called.
they both go up and come down with it, that's a jump.
The jump balls are called today when they look like it's a jump ball, but when it is, they don't. That should have been a foul on number 13, reaching in and over the back. No call. Minneapolis clears the timeline. Alyssa George brings it down. She kicks it back out, up to the top for Lindsay. We're going to set the offense.
Lenz with a drive down the lane, and they shut her off, and we reset out front.
We're down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Alyssa makes a nice move to the inside. She steps in. Mallory goes up for the board.
Alyssa was hammered over there, and no call.
Well, it's their tournament, you know.
I've seen better junior high referees than what we're getting today. It's terrible. Both ways, it's just not a very well called game. We're ready for the start of the, you off or on there? Oh, we're up. 28-26 at the end of the third quarter. Lady Lions with a chance to tie it there at the end of the third quarter. Ball just rolled off the rim, and Alyssa George drove the lane on had a little 10-footer there. It was close. Well, Lady Lions playing pretty good, Vic. Still not too bad a game. They scored 6 there in the third quarter. Third quarter seems to be a quarter where they don't score quite very many points at all, and 6 is better than none, and held Sacred Heart to 8 in that quarter, and the Lady Knights take a 2-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Possession arrow to Sacred Heart, and they will inbound it here at half court.
Lions are still in this game. They're only trailing 2. Playing the 2-3 zone defense that they've been in all day, and it's worked well for them. Girls are moving on the kick out to the wing and the point and covering that up. Whitman steps up for 2.
Megan Livengood claims that defensive board. And as long as Steph Whitman's shooting continues to be cold, Megan comes out front, takes the pass. We had the back door.
There's a reach-in
Good
foul,
grief.
not called.
And a foul. Thank you, finally. Anna White fouled 3 times, and third time they do call it.
I'm going to have to step away from this mic.
Anna will shoot 2 here with 7:15 left to play in this game. And back rims it. She needs a little more arch on her shot. Her free throws tend to back rim. Just a hair more arch. And that one drops.
Second
Good deal.
one's up and in, brings Minneapolis to within 1, 28-27. Sacred Heart crosses timeline, kicks it out to the wing.
Megan Livengood with another defensive rebound. Jenna Fruits in for Lenz. Will set the offense. She's got to watch her left arm. She has a tendency to push off. So far, they haven't called it. Megan with the ball out on top of the key. Pass to Alyssa George. Nice little jumper. Doesn't drop. That's a walk.
They're going to get.
They catch Jenna Fruits with a foul.
No, they call Stephanie Alderson with the push.
Foul is called on number 30, Stephanie Alderson, first personal. In the game for the Lions, number 44, Mallory Gallup.
Mallory back in. Alyssa George steps in front of that pass as Sacred Heart tries to pass it across court. Turnover. Alyssa George looking for a cutter. She's fouled big time. Her shot's up, bounces around, and And Sacred Heart comes away with a rebound.
Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Sacred Heart with a 28-27 lead.
Shot at the top of the key there is good by Sacred Heart. And they're up 30-27.
Coach Darrow's going to take a 30-second timeout and set something up.
Lynn's at the scorer's desk, getting ready to check back in. And Coach wants a 30-second timeout to set up a play here. Bucket here would put us right in the game here, so pretty crucial time of the game. A little warmer in this barn today. Wednesday, you almost had to wear your insulated coveralls in here, and I did have to put on a coat, and today I've got one too many shirts on. It's
I thought they had the air
pretty
conditioner
comfortable if
running
you're in
earlier.
shorts.
The last couple of days, I thought the AC was on. Minneapolis going to inbound the ball with the trailing 30-27. Get it in Lindsey Perry's hand out to top.
They're trying to disguise the zone here, and 13's draped all over Mallory. Nice shot at the baseline by Mallory. She gets her own rebound, and back up again. She's fouled. One of you did, anyway. Sandwiched in between two Knights. Mallory goes back up and is fouled. She'll shoot two. First one's up and in. Well, Vic, we're right there. We're making our free throws here late in the game.
Big plus.
A little short one there. We could. Alyssa George not realizing that Karam was coming her way. On a missed free throw, we almost had it. With 5 minutes left in the game. Sacred Heart up 30-28. And Mallory.
Silly foul there to pick up her fourth foul of the game. If she'd have moved just a little bit quicker, she'd have been there before the ball got there. Instead, she a little hesitant and made her move too late. They catch her for her fourth foul.
Rook back in. Mallory goes out with 4 minutes left in the game, and they throw over the top. Ball's there. We need to get that rebound. She's going to step up and take a three. No good. Now Brooke with a good board. Back to Lenz, and she'll bring it up. 4:44 left in the game. They're in a zone, or kind of a zone. And we're in no hurry.
No. Just play patient offense, make the good pass, look for the...
Good grief.
And that's going to be 4 on number 21, I believe.
21 just bulldozes Alyssa George clear out of bounds.
Number 21, Carissa Helby. For
6 fouls now.
16 fouls on Sacred Heart.
5, I'm sorry.
5 or 6, Dale says.
Just 5.
I
5.
looked at the wrong side.
Nice shot by
Alyssa with
Alyssa
a nice
George.
shot from the outside, ties the score at 30 all. 4:05 left to go in the game. Minneapolis 2-3 zone. Sacred Heart crosses center line.
Need to stay within 2 feet of her at all times, no matter where she's at. And Lenz comes out of there with the ball. Sacred Heart traps. She gets it out of there over to Steph. And back over to Lindsay. And we set the offense with 3:34 left in this game. Sacred Heart's coming out now into man-to-man. Over the wing to Alyssa George. She drives the lane. Yeah.
They're calling for a walk, but it was a push down, and she got called for the travel. No foul called on the play. I believe the officials are listening to the crowd and letting them call the game.
30-30, and Sacred Heart calls timeout.
.30, Mike. Lions are right there on their scoring average for the first 3 games of the year. So,
If we end up with 35 points in this ball game, we'll win it.
I think so. You got to play the good defense, and it'll take care of itself. They make their good passes and stuff on the other end.
Well, they're stingy on defense. I know that's what Coach wants them to be. We don't have the horses to get up and down the floor and a running game, and with the patient offense looking for that good shot, and we've been seeing a few of those easy ones inside, and pretty good game so far by Lady Lions, and experience I hope will come through here late in this game to get a victory here.
It'd be nice. Minneapolis takes the floor. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Sacred Heart inbounds the ball. Lady Lions in that 2-3 zone.
Sacred Heart coach has changed up the offense a little bit to get Steph Whitman as a cutter and the ball inside, knowing with her height she can go up over the top for an easy deuce, and it didn't happen. They're looking for a 3 ball there from her. Somebody and 2 girls get right out on her, Alyssa and Lindsay. They dump it inside again, back out to post. She's a little reluctant about taking the shot.
That one's off. Minneapolis, good position for the rebound. Bouchard girls called for the over the back. That's a 6-team foul on Sacred Heart. Minneapolis will inbound this ball. One more, and that puts Minneapolis at the line with a 1-on-1. Can't make that play with Steph Whitman back there. She's too good of an athlete.
Not a very good choice at this time in the game.
Ball was way. They're going to get Brooke Pischel for the hold, I believe.
Reach-in foul by Brooke, and Sacred Heart will play it in under their own bucket.
That brings Minneapolis team foul total to 6, so that means their next foul is going to put Sacred Heart at the line for the 1-on-1.
They're going to be looking for a easy bucket here. She's wanting to take the 3, and it's a long Megan with a big rebound, but cannot hang on to it. Sacred Heart, another shot, and it dribbles in. We can't close them off that defensive board, and they get a offensive rebound and put back to take the lead, 32-30.
Megan with a hand on that rebound. Need to get it, grab a hold of those.
She needs to rip that away, and she can. She must have been a little bit off balance there, but she needs to take control of that. She's a strong girl, and rip that baby away for us, because if we would add the possession there, it'd still be a tie ball game. It's a little bit of foul trouble here. I think it would be perfect time to get Mallory back in the game with just
we're just what, a minute and a half, 2:10
left in the game, and they're going to pressure all over the floor, everyone, man. They're going to trap, but Lynn's doesn't want to be trapped. Steph with the ball out front, over to Lenz in the wing. Nice pick. Lenz can't use it. Over to Steph on the wing, inside to Brooke. Oh, baby.
She drops it in. We're going to get a quick timeout. They got called for a foul. That basket counts. Minneapolis will go to the line shooting one.
You bet.
Where was the foul? She was all alone.
She was all alone. The girl closed late and pushed
After the,
Brooke in the back, yeah.
after the shot. We'll take it.
Shot was good, and coach is ready to put Mal back in. It's good. Minneapolis with a 1-point lead. Minute 46 left in the game.
Mal comes in for Brooke.
Excellent pass down low. Brooke with a shot. Sacred Heart just about throws the ball away. Steph Whitman back out front with the ball. She's looking for that shot. 21 shuffles her feet. When she gets it, she's a little nervous. Minute 29 left. Oh, my.
Sacred Heart camped in the lane that time down, Mike. They was probably in there for good 6 seconds and no 3-second call.
Steph Whitman automatic at the free throw line. Not the person we want to put up there with a minute 27 left in the game, and she makes them both.
Sacred Heart with a timeout. He's going to set his defense. I'm sure it's going to be a full court press. So we're right at a minute and a half, I believe, Mike, left to go in the game. Minneapolis trails 34-33. They'll inbound to go the length of the floor, and I'm sure they're going to have some pressure coming up.
If we can recognize who's back all the way, we could throw over the top if Steph Whitman's up close guarding someone and someone else is back. We could easily go long with one here, but there before she was playing back, she's kind of a pretty good center fielder back there, and that's where she's going to be here.
And that long pass is great, but you got to get it up. Don't throw a flat. Throw it the length of the floor.
We inbounds it to Lynn. Here come the trap. Back to Megan. Back to Lynn. We clear the timeline. Steph. Mallory with minute 11 left in the game. Stephanie Alderson
Lady
out
Lions
front.
are going to be looking for the last shot here, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
We got a block that's
Definitely
going to put Alyssa George on the line with a 1-on-1. Minute 2 left to go in the game. That'll be the 8th team foul on Sacred Heart.
Foul spot on number 12, Jennifer Stegman, her 4th personal, to the line shooting 1-on-1, number 15, Alyssa George.
Sacred Heart in a little foul trouble. A couple girls with 4. Alyssa George cans the first of a 1-on-1, and she's 5 for 5 tonight on free throws.
She ties the score with 34 all. Second throw is up and on the way. And after some real sportsmanlike
students down here yelling at Alyssa when she shot her free throw. They're
real
just really
sportsmanlike
good
attitude.
sportsmanlike kids that are.
It's the problem we've had with them every time we play them.
Steph Whitman looking for a shot in the lane. Lindsay and Steph close her down. 34 all with 38 seconds left in the game. They're looking for an easy bucket, and Minneapolis not willing to give it to them. Whitman with the ball out on the wing, back out front, around the other side. Now Coach Fritz with a timeout.
22
seconds left in the game. Minneapolis chance to take the lead, and I must have jinxed her on the free throw thing. I think Alyssa's 5 of 6 today on free throws. Excellent shooting.
Yeah, she's had a good day at the line, but there again, the students down here for Sacred Heart with that hissing and being, hollering and stuff, there's no call for that, no reason for that. We've had trouble with that in the past.
Florida basketball.
Well, yeah, but you don't hear it. You don't hear it on the Minneapolis side when somebody's up there shooting free throws, nor 90% of the other teams that we play.
It's all knotted up, 34 all. Sacred Heart will inbounds the ball from the 10-second hash there on the side. What we don't want to do is foul number 23.
Do not want to put Steph on the line.
And I hope we're all aware of that, because Sacred Heart with the ball at the top of the key. Lens, we're playing man-to-man, and Sacred Heart not recognizing it. We're playing Steph Whitman all over the court.
Minneapolis.
And guess what?
Minneapolis called for the push.
Fouls called on number 10 for third personal. Line shooting 1-on-1 is Steph Whitman.
Just what we don't want to do is foul number 23, because she will be 6 of 6 after this throw right here. She's automatic. She makes them all. We get a time. We'll be looking for a long one here, I'll bet. Sacred Heart, if they were smart, would put 2 or 3 people back instead of just one. Sacred Heart with a 2-point lead here with about 10 seconds left in the game. Minneapolis will play it inbound it with the full length of the court to go. 10 seconds and plenty of time to get it down there and get a shot.
Yeah, if they're gonna try and dribble it down, I don't think they're gonna have a chance. They need to make a couple passes, get the ball past the center line, and look for the quick shot.
Well, I thought 35 would win it, but I'm going to be 2 points shy, so
37 will, though.
Yeah, 37 would win this, and that would be nice, wouldn't it? Sacred Heart will put full court pressure on. Little different look here. Mallory's going to play the ball in, and it's going full length, Vic. I can tell you that right now. No. We clear the timeline, 4 seconds left, and Coach Darrow with a timeout to set up the play. And that's just what we needed.
It'll have to be a quick one.
With 4 seconds left, it will have to be a quick one. And why not just go ahead and go for the win here and have one of our 3-point shooters knock it down?
Yeah, we're good for 1-3 a game, and we haven't taken one yet today, have we?
I think
we've
taken
one.
them, but I don't think we've hit one yet.
So we're good for 1-3 a game. So it's time for it now.
Coach Darrow setting up the play. We'll probably get another 3-point shooter in the game. I would think he would go ahead and put Jenna Fruits back in, and it doesn't. Mallory, a good 3-point shooter.
Well, Mike, last 4.1 seconds of the game.
There's tie. Coach.
And we are tied up, and we're going to overtime.
A nice entry pass. Coach playing for the tie, and a shot in the lane by Mallory Goeth drops at the buzzer. And we go to overtime. We've been there before.
I'll tell you what, 50% of our games are overtime this year.
Well, with this slow down type offense, very deliberate, we're going to have low scoring games, and they're going to be close. And this one is 36-36 at the end of regulation, and we go to overtime. Second half, and just enough to tie Sacred Heart at the buzzer, and Minneapolis still in this thing, fighting right down to the end. Each team with 8 team fouls, so we're both in the bonus. I know Minneapolis in foul trouble with Mallory Goeth with 4, and I know Sacred Heart has a couple players with 4, so the foul's pretty much even. Yeah, we're going to have to find a way to continue to keep Steph Whitman out of the paint. She's been shooting long shots, and so far has only made 1 3. The rest, I think, have been free throws, and we will jump it.
Both teams with 8 team fouls, Mike, so we'll be in the 1-on-1.
Mal up and claims the tip. Sacred Heart got the tip early in the game, but Mallory up. Good height that time. Lenz lets the ball go through her hands. A lack of concentration there, and we'll have to get it back. Steph right out on Whitman, not letting her have an open look. Mallory with a good tip. We can't corral it. Mallory, quick hands. Sacred Heart with an outside shot. And tips it out of bounds on the inbounds pass to Lindsay. Here comes yeah, I thought we were going to get a half-court trap, but we don't. Lenz clears the timeline. Pass to Alyssa George. Goes to the basket for an easy 2.
Nice look by Alyssa to take that thing around the other side on the baseline. Goes right to the hoop.
Quick
off the glass for 2. Ties the score at 38.
Stay with her.
No, they couldn't, Mike. That was a quick step by Alyssa.
That's White. Yep, that's a good call. Almost a reach-in on Mallory and Megan at the same time. A good no call by the ref, and it's Minneapolis ball. 2:55 left in the first overtime.
First overtime, 5th quarter, 4th and a half quarter. Lindsay gets it across the timeline, and we're going to set the offense. Steph goes up to help her out.
She had her across the arm, and a no call. Alyssa George drive to the basket, shut off. Steph comes across like she should for help, and we reset. Push off by Steph, not called. An overplay by Sacred Heart, and we should hit that back door now. The Sacred Heart. Megan with an offensive board is shoved out of bounds. No call. Alyssa George was fouled driving the lane to start with, and that was no call.
She was pushed in the air. 38 all, 2 minutes to go in the first overtime. Sacred Heart with the ball.
She drives all the way to the basket. Megan, big rebound.
Rips down a big board, Megan does. We're under 2 minutes, Mike.
Sacred Heart hounding Lenz. Pass to Alyssa George out on the corner to Megan, looking for a cutter.
Make the passer, we use the dribble.
Does. And Steph resets it.
1:20 to go, Mike. Crowd's on their feet from Minneapolis and clapping. It's 38 all. Lindsay with the ball on a wing, got hacked on the arm, no call.
Oh, baby. In and out. Mallory with
goes
the
to the
steal and a
hole.
big
That puts
bucket.
the Lady Lions up by 2, 40-38. Good defense down there. Nice pressure, Mike.
A little
They
determination
stayed
by
with it.
Lady Lions and a putback by Mallory. And we shut down Sacred Heart as she cannot find an open look.
Defense needs to look down. Sacred Heart's going to
Sacred Heart
take
with
time
timeout.
out, Mike. 37 seconds to go in this overtime. Minneapolis with the lead 40-38.
Nothing more than determination down there on the offensive glass. We missed an easy shot. Lenz drove the baseline, and it just rimmed out. Sacred Heart, when the outlet passed, Mallory stepped right in front of it and just picked it off and went right to the rack.
The thing that turned it, though, was Lindsay following her shot. Sacred Heart got the rebound on that, but Lindsay followed her shot, and she was right there to put the defensive pressure on it, causing her to turn to make the bad pass. So, you know, some heads-up play by Lindsay Perry down there. But the Lady Lions had 3 gals around that ball, which helps tremendously.
First to 40 wins.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Once again, Vic, we need to remind ourselves not to foul number 23. She hasn't missed yet, and I don't look for her to miss yet on the free throw line, and it'll be in the bonus. She'll be driving the lane or the baseline, trying to draw the foul so she can go to the line, shoot free throws, and we don't want to do that. Be a good time to just pack it in and make them shoot from the outside.
That's right. Just keep playing the good pressure defense that they have been. Lindsay out there on Steph. Kick it to the wing. They're going to drop it inside. Bouchard's going to drive. She's going to fake her up.
They were over the back.
And they get number 25 with a foul. That's going to put Mallory on the line, shooting a 1-on-1 with 25 seconds to go in the overtime period. Lady Lions lead 40-38.
Mallory with the position, and Sacred Heart over the back, trying for the board. It's not there. Mallory with the good position will come down and shoot 1-and-1. And 2 here would seal the victory, I think, for Minneapolis. And we get the
nice
rebound.
long rebound by Alyssa George. She goes up.
Oh, there's no need to shoot, Alyssa. Bring the ball back out and let's
A little
run
bit of
some
pressure.
time.
Minneapolis needs a little pressure right here. Lady Lions get a timeout. 7.2 seconds to go in the overtime, and we're tied again at 40 all.
Ahead 2 points, and there is no need to go to the basket. We should bring
should've
that
kicked
ball
it back out and ran clock.
Run clock.
Made them foul us, put us on the line.
There you go. Big mistake by Lady Lions offense there.
She's learning.
The big rebound off that miss, and we had it. We should try to elude them and make them come foul us and go to the line again and try it again. 40-40 here in overtime. Minneapolis Lady Lions with the ball, and 8 seconds, I believe, left in this overtime. It'd be a good time to go long distance here, I think, if the cards were right here to try and get an easy one, but it looks like they're going to set up the same thing they did last time.
Whatever we do, we got to do it quick because there's only 7.2 seconds left.
We get another timeout right here. Yep, coach. Right on it.
3.1. Nice hustle by the ladies to get that ball past the timeline so they can get the ball on the side.
Gistless with the possession will be looking for any open shot just right off the bat.
The thing the Lions
Just
need
3 seconds left.
Lions need to look at too, Mike, is they're going to be contesting that shot, and this game could be won on the free throw line.
Now they're going to have to take it quick. Hopefully we get fouled.
Sacred Heart's next foul will put Minneapolis in the double bonus.
Of course, I know Coach Fritz is not wanting his girls to foul at all, not being tied up here, but not give anything uncontested. Lindsay will inbounds the ball. And Sacred Heart Alyssa, she needs to look for the shot. It's up. Oh my.
Just over. We're going to go to a double overtime.
Good look at the rim, and the ball just over the rim. 40-40, and it's double overtime. We've been there before, Vic. Our lucky one's triple, but I just soon win this one in double overtime.
Yeah, let's end it in 2. Minneapolis tips it off to start the second overtime period and controls the tip. Mallory gets it back to Lindsay. Lindsay kicks it into Alyssa. Alyssa's going to drive the lane. She gets it out of there. She needs to back out of the lane before she gets a 3-second call.
Lindsay with a loose ball on the side. Coach not wanting her to, and there's a nice drive by Alyssa George. Pull up, jump shot. Count it. 42-40.
That helps get that first 2 points after that start of that overtime period. Now they got to play the D, which the Lions are still in that 2-3 zone, which has helped them tremendously today.
Mallory tips it away. Stephanie not quick enough to get that loose ball. Oh, that was a big-time walk by Steph Whitman.
She gets away with that
control.
She gets away with that jump step, and Alyssa didn't earlier in the game.
Minneapolis holding their position, and probably a good no call by the ref.
Just be patient, Lions. Just be patient.
Alyssa tries the baseline, kicks it back out to Mal. Lenz resets the offense. Over the wing to Steph. Oh,
that's off on blue. That should be white ball, and he made a terrible call again.
Well, Mallory was in underneath the pile, and I couldn't tell the hands. It possibly
How you can stand right there in front of that and not see it is beyond me.
Well, Vic got the right call, and Sacred Heart with the ball. Steph Whitman with a long three-pointer, and that's why she's so dangerous. She can nail that ball. Long three-pointer. .21 with a blocking foul. Megan with an easy chip shot, and she misses another one.
Stand right underneath the bucket.
Just the shot we want on a dump down pass by Alyssa George, and Megan cannot finish. Now with minute 39 left in the game, Sacred Heart with the ball. And we don't want to go out and get them just yet. Let's let the time get down a little bit further, and then we will. We'll stay in that zone until the clock gets down to probably 45 seconds. Then I think Coach will probably bring them out. He's getting itchy now with a minute left. He's wanting them to match up. Linz. And they're matching up right now.
Push off.
And the push off by Sacred Heart, yet We're going to need a 3, but it's not that time yet. Yeah, she has
That's going to be
fouled again.
That's the 10th foul on Sacred Heart to put Alyssa at the line shooting the double bonus.
Number 11, Mary David McKee, for third personal.
2 shots.
To the line shooting 2 is Alyssa George.
Now everyone's set, and Alyssa will shoot 2. First one's up and in.
Up and in.
Brooke in for Megan on the defensive end here. 42 seconds left in the game. It would be nice to go ahead and get this one. It's good.
And she does. Makes it a 1-point lead.
7 out of 8 on free throws. And that's not the person to foul, but
They're going to get
wanted to
Alyssa
foul.
George on that one.
Quick foul by Minneapolis. We'll put Steph Whitman at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Sacred Heart with the lead here, 45-44, and I'd definitely put Megan back in for rebounding purposes here on the free throw. Or have Mallory and Brooke switch sides here. 46-44. I guess it doesn't matter. She's pretty much automatic.
Yeah.
8 out of 8, I think, from the line. Maybe 10 out of 10. Here comes a trap. Lenz with some help. Back to Mal. Over to Steph. Good job of staying out of the trap. Cross court pass to Lindsay. 27 seconds left, and we need a 3. Block. Yeah.
Alyssa called for the foul. She went after it and come over the top.
It was a foul, and that ref, probably the best call he's made all day, makes the correct call.
It's the only one he's seen.
47-44, Sacred Heart at the line shooting 2. Minneapolis up to the challenge today, and if she doesn't drop this one, we still have a chance to tie. She makes it. It's a 2-possession game. 20 seconds left. We need a 2 real quick. And she throws it out of bounds. Terrible pass by Alyssa George. 10 seconds left. No fouls here. Try for the interception. Sacred Heart with a full-length pass. Good grief. Number 11.
Oh, come on, call them both ways. Gee, Christmas, wake up out there.
And Vic, quick to recognize, 11 come down the court, bulldozed into our player. Ball come loose. Sacred Heart regains the possession. They call a foul on us. And she's over the back.
Oh, you're kidding.
Finally. Called.
Foul is called on number 13, Shannon Bouchard, for second personal.
I hate makeup calls.
Brooke Bishel goes to the line. We'll shoot 2 here with 5 seconds left in the game. A chance to get it a little closer here. If she makes 2 of these, it'll be a 1-possession game and a chance, if we steal the inbounds, to shoot a 3. And of course, the Sacred Heart student body down here
Acting like
just
idiots.
deliberately making noise while she's shooting. She makes them both. Now,
Number 30, Stephanie Alderson, checks in for the line.
Steph comes in for Megan. And if we can keep from quick foul by Brooke, we'll send Sacred Heart to the line. And double bonus, they'll shoot 2. In hopes they miss them both. Quick timeout, long throw, and a long 3, we could still tie this thing. Kind of unlikely, but
A lot of things that have to go right. A lot of things that have to go our way.
And she made that. So that pretty well seals the victory for Sacred Heart, up 4 with 3.5 seconds left. She makes them both. 51-46. Lenz let her rip. Steph with a shot at the buzzer. And it's a good finish. Good game for Minneapolis. Good team to take into double overtime here. But Sacred Heart Lady Knights come out victorious, 51-46.
Lions looked good.
Minneapolis was a good chance to win it there at the end of the first overtime, and a couple mistakes here and there. If we can keep from making those late in the game, and might have gone our way. Well, Lady Lions fourth place finish here. Almost a victory here against Sacred Heart. 51-46.
Now we'll be presenting the third place medal to each of the team members from Sacred Heart.
Dale running out of tape. We're going to sign off. Dale get this on Access TV, Channel 37. Linebackers will sponsor this one. Sacred Heart with their medals that they're in. And Minneapolis showing the sportsmanship that they are. Stand and clap for them. Minneapolis on the short end of a 51-46 game in double overtime with Sacred Heart here to finish the tournament. One victory and a couple losses. So good turnout by the Lady Lions.